What kind of motorcycles do you guys ride over there? I'm always kind of curious about that. I mean, in UK,
We ride
James talked
everything.
about the different things. Yeah. So you guys have
Yeah,
the
we ride
Harleys
everything.
there, the
Of
Kawasaki's, the
course.
Hondas, all that stuff. Oh, right on.
Yes, and Indian
Indians.
motorcycles as well. Yeah,
Right on.
What kind of bike do you ride?
I ride an Indian.
All right, good man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Cool.
What kind of Indian you got?
I ride the dog chief. Yeah, dog horse.
Yeah.
The chief dog horse. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get up to. I appreciate you, Muhammad. We got more for you. So let's get up here to Sven up there in the Black Forest of Germany. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for invitation, John. BD. Thank you. All good. Bit
Tell us
early
about
now, but
motorcycle clubs in Germany and how things go and stuff like that.
very traditional way, very similar to the States. A lot of the clubs over here were founded by GIs who were over here on deploy in the 60s and 70s. And so it's a lot of very similar to the United States motorcycle set, to the protocol. But the same, like Lubis said, we have the same problems. Until 2017, a lot of clubs put everything on the social media, everything you can think of, YouTube, all the channels. And after the big 4 or 5 clubs, diamond clubs in Germany, were banned to fly colors, a lot of clubs reduced this and said, okay, we only make promotion for the club, but the years before they put a lot of details about the club life, about the club setup on the social media. But we have a lot of old clubs over here. Some clubs like, I dropped that one name now, is the Black Devils, who are around down here in the southwest. They are more than 50 years old. It's one of the oldest German clubs and still growing.
That is really cool.
Yep.
How long have you been riding around, and what kind of motorcycle or motorcycles do you have?
Right now I ride a Harley Davidson FXS TC from 1990. My first one was a Yamaha RX80 Special Edition. This was this kind of mini bike. I guess it's 80 cubic centimeters. It's maybe 30 cubic inch or something. It's when you are 15, 16 years old. You can ride this in Germany. And then came up a Kawasaki 440 Limited, and then Virago 750, and then 1200 Harley Davidson Shovelhead, and then the
There you go.
STC. Yeah. Normal bike career, I would say.
So, and then we have Dibber down in the UK, and Dibber, how is your what is the motorcycle club scene like down in the UK?
It's old school. It hasn't really changed much. It depends it depends what part of the scene you're looking at. Because as I've said in my videos, we've got a very multi-layered club scene. We've got like everything from like family clubs through to riders clubs through to owners clubs. We've got an assortment of different types of MCCs, and then we've got your backpatch brotherhoods, your backpatch MCs, and then your three-piece, obviously your diamond clubs. So but when you're looking at the actual MCs, the backpatch clubs, not really much has changed. It's still very, very old school traditional amongst the three-piece backpatch clubs and the one percenters. It's barely changed really. The real changes have happened more in the social type clubs. And there's a lot of changes that have gone on within the MCC scene that I can't tolerate, because that's where I started. Over here, we've just tried to keep everything, as old school traditional as the MC as possible.
So let's. We were talking about something. So anyway, Tank and Dirty. So talk about your experiences. So the rest of the world is looking. Tell us about how American clubs work, how United States clubs work, and your kind of fascination or whatever with that. What's drawing you to the lifestyle?
Go ahead, Dirty. Well, Wisconsin, we're just we're like every other state in the Midwest. Well, this country really. I mean, everything's pretty much traditional if you're doing things on the up and up. I mean, we all see news stories or other YouTube channels that talk about clubs that kind of fuck around and do things that they, aren't supposed to do, or they break protocols or whatever. But I mean, here in America, every state kind of runs the same way in some way, shape, or form. I mean, there's always a little bit of nuance when it comes to regions and areas, but for the most part, it's all pretty much the same,
Yeah, it's all changing. It ain't for the better.
Yeah, well,
Amen to that.
Yeah, certain states, it gets a little loosey-goosey and it's kind of weird, but like I'll say this, Wisconsin, it's like it's always been. You know what I mean? Like nothing's changed. Yeah. Politically, that's all I can say. You know what I mean?
That was so correct.
Yeah, nothing's fucking changed. Let's put it that way.
So,
See what I did there? See what I did there?
I saw what you did there. Yeah.
Muhammad, how old is your club?
Oh man.
Muhammad, how old is your club?
Yes.
How old is your club?
Club is about 2 years old.
And what drew you to want to join a motorcycle club? What brought you to the biker life in a motorcycle club way?
Well, basically, I always felt like I wanted to belong to something that's bigger than me. I wanted to do something with people that think the same as me, people that we connected on the same level, basically. That's the main thing.